What actually happens the moment someone becomes Muslim? Every month, thousands of people search for the exact answer to that question. Many feel a strong pull toward the faith, but find themselves paralyzed, worried about what is waiting for them on the other side. They imagine mountains of official paperwork, extreme physical trials, or highly complex initiation ceremonies. These assumptions create a significant gap between perceived hurdles and the actual streamlined reality of entering the faith. In Islamic theology, adopting the faith is not seen as taking on an alien identity. Instead, it is a return to an original baseline. It centers entirely on a concept called fitra. This is the natural, innate state of monotheism that every human being is born with. This theological baseline is exactly why practicing Muslims use the term revert rather than convert. Becoming Muslim is an act of stripping away the worldly baggage we accumulate over a lifetime, rather than adding new layers of complication. The sole physical requirement to enter the faith is a single, sincere statement, ideally spoken in the presence of witnesses. As we see in this text layout, the declaration, known as the Shahadah, is remarkably brief. In Arabic, it is pronounced, Ashhadu an la ilaha illa Allah, wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. The first half of this statement translates to, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah. It serves as an absolute rejection of false idols and an affirmation of Allah's oneness. The second half translates to, and I bear witness that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah, marking the acceptance of the prophet as the final conveyor of divine guidance. The gravity of this moment is immense. Speaking this single sentence acts as an absolute reset for the individual, wiping away all past sins instantly. However, the physical pronunciation of the Shahadah is spiritually useless if the internal engine of the heart is missing. The spoken words rely on the 6 articles of faith, which serve as the foundational blueprint of Islamic belief. Looking at this geometric model, we see those 6 pillars laid out: belief in Allah, His angels, His books, His prophets, the Day of Judgment, and divine decree. Classical scholars then map these beliefs onto the 7 conditions of the Shahadah. These are the strict parameters required for the spoken testimony to be accepted by God. The first 3 conditions eliminate hypocrisy. A person must have knowledge of what the words mean, absolute certainty in their truth, and utter sincerity solely for Allah. The remaining 4 require truthfulness in the heart, love for the message, acceptance of its implications, and strict compliance with its rules. True conversion occurs as an internal realignment of the intellect and heart. The spoken word is simply the public witness to that private change. With the internal reality established, we can address the physical myths that most often delay people from taking their Shahadah. The most common anxiety surrounds Ghusl, the full-body purification bath. While classical scholars highly emphasize performing Ghusl, it is a recommended practice after entering Islam to prepare for daily prayer. It is not a barrier blocking your entry into the faith. Then there is male circumcision, a deeply rooted fear and point of confusion for many male converts. The definitive clerical consensus is clear. Circumcision is an expected sunnah, but it is not a precondition to becoming Muslim. Its absence does not invalidate the Shahadah in any way. Islamic jurisprudence prioritizes the immediate salvation of the soul over immediate ritual perfection. There is a profound hikmah, a deeper wisdom in this process. Conversion acts as a spiritual rebirth, cracking and stripping away years of societal conditioning to leave only the Creator and the created. Humans have a habit of building complex, exclusionary bureaucratic systems to guard entry into their institutions. The divine entry process ignores all of that entirely. At the exact second the Shahadah is completed, the new believer bypasses human hierarchy, standing on completely equal footing with every other Muslim on earth, integrating seamlessly into this massive global ummah. Because the Shahadah can be taken by any human at any time, the entrance to the faith remains uniquely accessible, centered on the individual rather than the institution. Taking the Shahadah marks the first day of a lifelong education. The vital, immediate next step is connecting with a local mosque or Islamic community. Spaces like this provide the physical support, mentorship, and fellowship required to navigate a new life. Local mosques also assist with post-conversion administrative realities, such as acquiring the proper documentation needed for a future Hajj pilgrimage. The doorway is open. There are no forms to file and no impossible physical trials. Entry requires only a single second of sincere belief. Subscribe to Islamic True Events, because the next question we answer might be the one you've been asking.